So guys, if you're watching from YouTube, you're welcome. If you're watching from Facebook, you're welcome. All right. So I've decided to be going live outside. I'm going to pick up my ruler. Let's wait for more people to join. This is going to be an easy one that we're going to be working on. Very easy one, like I say. Okay. Very easy. So I have my fabric right there. This is the fabric I'm going to be using. I've already folded it on the wrong sides. I mean the right side facing each other. Let me put it now. I'll just go ahead and fold it again into 4. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and fold it again like this into 4. I'm making sure that the back I will have at least 2 inches of difference. Okay, that's because you want to be able to cut up the back and the front together. Like I said, it's easy to do. So okay, so I've just folded up my fabric equally into 4 right now. I'm gonna check what I have here. Normally my round bust, my round hip 9, then I have 9. What I have here is a little bit too small, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Bear in mind that this is an African print we're working on, so it's kind of by the time you actually wash this up, it's going to get a little bit smaller. So I'll advise you to use at least, if it's too small of the allowance, at least 1.5 inch of the sewn allowance. Okay. I will fold it again like this. Let me see. I'm going to make sure that whatever I have folded should be the round hip divided by 4. Then I can have some extra inches. So my round hip is this one. Then I'm gonna have this. Okay, it's good. My tablet has just fallen. I want to keep it here so I'll be reading comment. Okay. And also remember that we're going to be needing an allowance for the darts as well. Means at least 1 inch, so you should have at least 2 inch. This is going to be a short one. Let's go ahead and make this. Sorry for that, guys. I guess it is good for one to have that enough allowance and for it to be smaller. Again, fold it again like this. This one, I'm sure that I have the allowance I'm looking for. I have the allowance I'm actually looking for. At least it should be 2 inch of allowance that I'm supposed to have when I have it folded. 1/4 of the hip plus at least 2 inch. This is 1/4 of the hip here. Okay, I said so. 1/4 of the hip here. Yeah, it's good to go. Like I said, I'm going to be making the back and the front. I'll be cutting up the front and the back together. That's why I have to fold my fabric into 4. Okay, so now let me see how many of us are in there. Okay, I'm gonna take my chalk. If you cannot see, I'm going to draw a start point, which is going to be the shoulder point, making sure I leave inch what, which is this one up. If you cannot see, you let me know that you cannot see. Like I said, this is going to be a simple one, very, very simple to understand. So now I'm going to make the neck depth a little bit higher. The neck depth and the neck width. Okay, so the neck depth and the neck width I'll be working with is 3.5. How do you get your neck? Sorry, I just went ahead. So let's first of all do it the normal way. We will always take the shoulder measurement by 2, shoulder measurement divided by 2, which mine is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. I'll slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I'm going to move now to the armhole depth, which is 7 inch. Then now I will mark the neck depth and the neck width of 3.5 inch. This is the neck width, the neck depth of 3.5 inches. By taking round neck, divide it by 6. Whatever you have, you're going to go ahead and use that up. If you cannot see anything, if the chalk is not that clear, let me use something a little bit different. I think that one is going to be more visible, if I'm not mistaken. So I've marked neck width, neck depth, shoulder measurement divided by 2, slant it down by 1 inch, armhole depth lined. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect these points up from this up. Then I'll connect my shoulder slope like this, lined. I'm going to connect my armhole depth line, making sure that whatever I have here should be the shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7 inch. I'm going to mark it up here like this, 7 inch. Go ahead and connect this up like this with a straight line. I'm going to go ahead now, connect these points up with another straight line. I will measure up whatever I have from here to this point and divide it by 2, which is 7 inch divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and go in by 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, let's say 3/4 inch. I'll come on the chest line. I'll put 1/4 of the chest line, 1/4 of the chest line. Okay, round bust I'm working with is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I will connect these 3 points up together like this. Connect this one first. I'll go ahead now and arrange this point. Okay, now that I'm done doing so, I will measure. This is a short dress, kind of short. I'm going to measure from the shoulder to the half length, even though it's not going to have the half length, but we're going to be adding up, marking the half length. Shoulder to half length, my half length is 15 inch. Shoulder to hip is 22 inch. Shoulder to the hip I'm working with. How do you get here? So like I said, it's a short one, it's not too long. I'm gonna do 32 inch including the hemming. Connect it with straight line. I'm gonna do this up with straight line. I'm gonna come here too with a straight line. Bear in mind that we have to connect it all the way to this other point. Remember I said the back is going to be the same except of the zipper allowance that I've just added. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to go ahead. I'll be putting 1/4, no, I'm going to go ahead. I'll put the nipple to nipple measurement. This tailor shop is always like this. See, my hand is full with. It's very nice because it's kind of tiny, but so I'm going to go ahead and put the nipple to nipple. My nipple to nipple is 7-inch divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. But because we're working on the fabric directly, we're going to add 1/2 inch on to it, making it 4-inch. 4-inch here and 4-inch here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna connect a straight line. The chalk is getting worse and worse. It seems like this summer too is affecting the chalk already. Oh god, the summer is affecting the chalk. Oh, it has been long because I don't seem to understand. So connect this all the way to the hem. Now one thing I'm going to do now is to come here. This is the chest line. I'm going to just measure the bust point line because normally from the chest line will go down by 2-inch, okay, which is this is 10, or from the chest line you go down by 2-inch. You can see, right? I'm gonna connect that bust point line like so. Now for us to avoid any pointed edges around here, we're gonna come down by 1-inch or 3/4 inch. I always do between 3/4 inch and 1 inch, okay? I'm gonna do 3/4 inch. Here on the half length, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead now. I'll be marking my dot of 3/4 inch. You can do 1/2 inch, you can do yeah. I'm thinking if I should do, no, I'm gonna do 3/4 inch. Now at this point, from the hip depth line, go up by 2-inch. Right, we're going to connect this part up, connect it up, and connect it to this point. I hope this part is clear and easy to understand. Like that. Bring it up like this, and I'm going to bring it up like this, and bring it up like so. Okay, now that we are done marking out the dot, next thing we want to do is to go ahead now and nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm going to go ahead. I'll be putting my measurement. Remember I said it's almost going to be the same except of the back that is going to have that zipper allowance. Okay, so I'm going to put 1/4 of the bust measurement, which is right there. Round bust is 34, divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. We are adding up the dot allowance. We just go ahead and add it up. Okay, because actually we are doing this directly on our fabric. So I'm going to do 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, make it 1 inch. So I'm going to do at least 2-inch, even though we're not going to be needing up the dot here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to come here. I'll put 1/4 of the bust. I'm going to add just 1 inch from this part, 1 inch here. I'll come to the waistline, put 1/4 of the waist. Round waist is 28 divided by 4 is going to give me 7-inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, both sides going to give me this. Then I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then on the hip, you know, because the hip, we don't need an allowance. We don't need the dot allowance because it ends 2-inch before the hip. So I'm going to put 1/4 of the hip plus the 1 inch of sewing allowance. Pull. I'm just thinking of something. I should have left that 1 inch of the zipper here. But anyway, I have to just cut this up, then place up the front on it, and and cut 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 and cut. Okay, now I'm gonna take this up, wherever I measure up, whatever I have here, and transfer it up at the hemline, which is right there. If you want it to be pencil, you go ahead and use a pencil method. Ooh. 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 So if you want it to be pencil here, what you're simply going to do is measure up whatever you have, your minus 1 inch or 1.5 inch from there, okay? All right. Like I said, that we were supposed to at least leave that 1 inch for the zipper here for the back, okay? For the back. But I think that I'm gonna do it a little bit different. Yeah, let's do something a little bit different. Okay, so cutting time. So I'm cutting it, right? So sorry, just cut. I'm gonna leave at least 1 inch for the zipper in the back. Okay, so I'm cutting it from here. And when I'm done with so at this point you notice that our fabric has been folded into two. Okay, it has been folded into two. So definitely we are going to do it upright like this. Like I said, we're going to make it a little bit different. Normally, but the armhole of the back is always from the outside. Okay, I'm gonna leave 1/2 inch so that we're join it up. Then this part, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it up. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'll have to separate one part of it, okay, so that it's going to be the back. Okay, separate it off like that. Yeah, so I'm going to move one piece of this, you see. I don't know if I was even cutting it at the so I'm just going to go ahead. Since I was cutting it, I did not fold this well. So I'm just going to fold it up like this. Remember when we were cutting it, we left an allowance. It's a short one, it's a short dress. So we're going to fold it again into two. Into two. Fold it. You can save your time by just pick. So so look at what I'm going to do. Remember, we've already added up and sewn around, yeah? So I'm just going to go ahead and set this part up. Bring it like this. I'm going to place this part, but making sure that I have at least. That's what I was saying, that I should have at least added up my 1 inch of sewing allowance right there before cutting up for the back. But anyway, at least what I have here is not even up to 1 inch, but you should add at least 1 inch. That's because I put this part up. Okay. Okay. So this part here is going to be open. you leave your apron up. All right, you see, at least you should leave 1 inch of the zipper allowance. This is not up to 1 inch. Okay, it is not up to 1 inch, but at least you should have 1 inch. Now I have my, I don't know if this chalk is going to come out. I'm trying to trace up. If I have a tracing wheel, I'm just going ahead and place up my dots together and just press it on it. Try to trace up the dots. If you're not going, if it is not giving, it means that we have to do it. It's not going. It's a bit there. You know, I bring things twice. How are we? How are we? How are we? How are we? Are we good? So the thing has not come out. So what I'm simply going to do, I have to do it the traditional way, which is by taking up from this half length, bust point, hip line. Was it 22 or 20? Measure up nipple to nipple while leaving at least Ooh. Guys, you can subscribe to my page. I'm gonna go ahead now. Leave at least. Yep. Yep. Guys, sorry. Got a core. So, like I was saying, you put nipple to nipple, which is 4. Remember, nipple to nipple is, mine is 7. Divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5, but because we're cutting it directly on fabric, see? I'm at my 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch. From the hip depth line, I'm going to go up by 2 inch. Now, this is the back, remember, okay? The back, we're going to connect it all the way straight. Even though I wanted to do it different. Because if you notice, I make the armhole deeper, like the front. Module. I have to actually do the same thing to the other side as well. Repeating things. I am just a little girl. Ask me why not finish with this one first. So I'm gonna flip. Do the same thing. Yeah. If you have stressing wheel, it's quite very important. It's very very, very, very easy for you to work with. You just go ahead and trace. Okay, you just simply, you're gonna go ahead, mark the half length, bust point, go down by 3/4. No, this one we're not going down because it's the back. And then measure from the shoulder to the hip depth, 22. Do straight lines. Put nipple to nipple. We're making sure that you leave at least that's 1 inch. Nipple to nipple divided by 2. Then go ahead and mark that up because you're cutting it directly on the fabric. I'm going to go ahead and add half inch to it. 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch both sides. From the hip depth line, go up by 2 inch. Here forward. Huh? Connect this up all the way to here. This one is too much. And yep, from here and from here. Now we have this one. Leave it out very nasty. So this is the chest. This is the bust point line. The waistline. The hip line. Okay. That's laziness is doing me. How are we? How are we? For those of you watching from YouTube, I'm happy to have you here. Nipple to nipple divided by 2. Here. And here. Here, straight line. Go out by half inch and half inch both sides. 3/4 inch. No, I did 3/4 inch. Hip line go up by 2 inch. Connect that up. And do it like okay. Now that I've done the sleeve like this, I didn't want to deepen this too much. I wanted to make the back a little bit different. Can make it back to be a little bit of V-neck. Yeah. Instead of just having a long neck. Don't tracing this up. Let's work on the back right now. So from the back, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark these points up. This is draw the straight line. Assume that that's this balance. So I'm going to make it a V neck a little bit. V. The back should be V, not just. So I'm going to come down again by at least 4 inch, making it. Remember, I used the front to cut this, okay? So making it all together 7. But I have to come in the zip allowance. Okay, I'm gonna go in here from this point from here to here, like this, all the way to this point. Oh. Now, I should have added pocket, but should I add sleeve to it? Do you guys want me to add sleeve to it? Yeah, of course, I'm gonna add sleeve because short sleeve to it. So to cut my sleeve is quite very easy. I'm gonna just fold into 4, cutting out both sleeves together into 4. I wanted to make this play dress. I'm thinking that it's going to take me a lot of fabric. I don't want to. So I've just folded my fabric into 2. I'm going to fold it again into 4 for the sleeve. I'm going to go ahead and draw a straight line. Now, you know that when we're making sleeve, we normally measure up whatever we have here. This measurement, whatever we have. We normally use that. So, first of all, we're going to mark the sleeve cap. To get the sleeve cap is by dividing round bust by 12. Whatever you have, you go ahead and add ½ inch to it. Okay? Some people use it from 4 inch to 5 inch. Now, I'm going to take round armhole divided by 2, which mine is, round armhole divided by 2 is 15. Mine is 15 divided by 2 is going to give me 7.5. So I'm going to connect a straight line from this point to this point, from this angle right there, all the way like this, all the way to this point. We'll divide whatever I have from this point to this point by 2, like this, which is almost 9 yeah, 9 point this. I'm gonna divide it by 2. Whatever I have, I'm just gonna go ahead and place it up like that. From this point, mark up the center of it, this point. Now, measure up whatever we have here, divide it by 2. Okay, from this point, go down by ½ inch. From this point, you can go down by 1 inch. Or from here, you're gonna go in this point. You can go in here by 3 inch from this point. So connect. You see? Then I'm using my free hand because I know a lot of you don't have. When you're making this part, don't make it too deep, okay? Too deep now. You don't want to make it too deep. As you can see, this is what I have. Now, I'm going to go ahead now and measure my upper arm divided by 2. Normally, mine should be 10. Normally, yeah, 10. Let's make it 11 divided by 2. First of all, let me choose my sleeve length. 10. Draw a straight line. Upper arm divided by 2 is going to give me 6, 5.5. 5.5. I'm going to add at least 1 inch. Now place this up like this. Okay, now we know that I said when we are making up the sleeve, you actually measure up whatever we have here. And I'm gonna measure up whatever I have. You can go ahead and measure about the front. What I have there is about 10.5. So this is what we're going to do. Come. That's 10 inch. So we're supposed to add ½ an inch there, but no. All right. I'm gonna leave at least ½ inch. can see the way I'm doing it, right? Okay, I'm gonna notch this part. Open that up. Now I'm gonna go ahead now and tipping up the front, the armhole of the front. I will zip in that part. Up in. I'll notch the right or the front of the sleeve. Okay, so that we should know which one is going to go to the one. Normally the front of the sleeve is always deeper a little bit by half an inch. Okay, so we are done cutting up this dress. Now we'll be needing for both the back and the front by using whatever we have. That's why I wanted to make it a shorter one, so at least I will not waste. Let's see. What do we have here? So I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's see what we have here. Front, fold into two. Okay, I'm gonna mark a lace, mark 2 inch. Then this one, I'll notch that part. And you can make it thin. With the lining for the front. You can make it as tiny as you want, okay? Now to get the lining, the two lining for back. Let's see if this will be enough. Fold right side. I'm gonna place this like this. Smooth that tiny lining. But there's no need for me to this. I'm gonna mark about 2 inch. Alright, good. This is summer. Always try to put your summer stuff. It's also fabric is very basic. You know that we like that. We love a lot of fabric. This one is going to be trend. Then I cut it. This is summer. Try to make your summer stuff. Okay? See the lining at the back. Okay. How did I even get myself here? Guys, you people can subscribe to my page. Welcome everybody. Did I welcome everyone? Today's Friday, our body's ready to. Yeah, I already did. Now, I have already gone ahead and set up my machine. So, because I don't want to waste time, everything is fast, fast, fast. No. Okay, the first thing we're going to be starting by putting all the pieces together, right? I'm going to be putting all the pieces together. We'll start by the lining. Should we start by the lining? Okay. Now let's start with that. So let me just quickly set my iron board because I need to put the that. Should I? Or I should do that later. Anyway, we can do that later. Now I need to press something. Okay. Quickly set my ironing board. Iron, put it in for it to start so that when I want to use it, I just come and use it. How are we? So I'm gonna pin this part up here. I'm pinning the first one only. But it's been a long time since I last did it. Anita, this is true. Let me not come and make mistake. But let me see these pieces. Okay. Let's talk and say, okay. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you stitch them up and realize that actually they were actually facing. Okay. You just not get shape. This is so try to make your own. Summer is here, so try to create your own stuff. Nice one, thank you. How are you? Summer is here. Let's try to create our own stuff. This fabric, okay. Trying to create our own stuff. I think I need to get some summer stuff or summer fabrics. No, because summer is here, we need to get fabrics. Summer fabric. Okay. Guys, you can subscribe to help me out. On Facebook, you can subscribe. On YouTube, you can subscribe. Want to support me up. Okay. Now, I'm gonna grab up this part of the lining for the front. Now place this up. You can mark up the center of it. Right, we're going to go ahead and add it up. You can make your lining tiny if you wish. So I'll be stitching that up. Also do the same thing to the back. You can see the back is quite wide. The zipper is gonna come here. All right. Oh. So the place of the lining for the back and the front is by placing right side, facing right side. I'm going to go ahead and just stitch that up. Later on, I can use the stitching that in the lining so that by the time I put it on, will not be kind of moving. Notch. Hello, my beautiful people. Happy weekend. This is Friday. We are supposed to top stitch. Okay, but I'm going to be adding up. Normally I'm supposed to top stitch the line, but I'll add up my hemming come to here, so there's no need for me to top stitch. Always top stitch. I always like, are you in Lagos? No, I'm not in Lagos, my dear. So now I'm just going to go ahead and give it a press. Press that up and notch this angle. Should I? I'm thinking, okay, let me add the side seam so I can grab the side and press that up at once, rather than just doing it. Okay, so now it's time for us to do add the front to it. So I'm going to add up the front, then I'll take it to the machine and press that up inside. This is going to stick inside. And notching is going to really help you to make this fabric to go in. Okay, the back is going to be quite open like this. See the back. I just wanted to make something quite simple. I'm gonna place the front and the back. There's this way I always like to add up okay. So I'm gonna place like this, making sure that I plate main piece to main piece, lining to lining. Now make sure that I place one lining facing the opposite, I mean the allowance of the lining, that's the hem. This allowance that we have there, one facing the opposite direction. Both shouldn't be facing the opposite direction, because when you want to stitch it, when you flip it, it's going to be a little bit stuck, I mean thicker there, so you want to avoid that. So I'm first of all joining the shoulder together, shoulder lining to line. Yeah, there is no wahala. You can always trim that later on, but make sure you flip them up. I'll join up my shoulder, then I'm going to go ahead and stitch. Later on we'll add up a sleeve. This is the easiest way I find that I've been adding up my sleeve to it, no complication. Just adding up your sleeve the other way can actually give you headache. So I'm going to be stitching half inch away, which is what I sewn allowance, half inch. Making sure those seams are not too, they're facing the opposite direction. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, making sure they are facing the opposite direction. My seams are facing the opposite direction. I stitch my half an inch. My shoulder's cut. What happened? So just come to them and say, it's been a long time, Anita. A long time since when you lastly used me. So let me disturb you a little bit. Don't do that. I'm talking to my machine. Oh God, Anita can be crazy. No, we're going this way. Okay. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna trim off this allowance a little bit. Now I'm gonna take it to the machine. I'll press that flat to give it Okay, this is as you can see. I'm gonna go ahead now and press this flat so that we have a neat armhole. You can see, right? Press this flat inside, making sure that I press everything in where. Then I'm going to use in hemming gum, stick this lining to my main piece. Okay, this way we know that we are. Okay, let me use this tiny one. This is the tiny one or the bigger? No, I think it's the bigger one. I said I don't remember when last I used that. Yay! I can't even find that. Oh. There was one. That one was okay. You see, I'm looking for it now. I will not find it. But when I'm not looking for it, I will find it. You see? I think that I always. Let's use this tiny one. So this is a hemming gum. This transparent thing like this is a hemming gum. I'm going to be using it to pick up the surface of wire. Let's go ahead and give it press up. Sorry. And I'll always kind of advise you to notch, especially this curvy part, notch all the way around so that it's going to be easier for you. Okay, notch, just give it, you can give it, notch that up. But where did I even keep that this thing? If you can, if you have I can love it. So I always advise you to press this up, stick your lining to the piece before you can go ahead and continue your journey. Take time to press that curvy part, especially a round neck. Take your time, press it up to get, I mean, it needs work. Don't rush yourself. You are tired. Don't sew when you are tired. When you're tired, you're not supposed to sew, because if you do, believe me, you're not going to get what you wanted to make. till I have pressed it up, and I'm sure that now get my hemming gum. To add a hemming gum to it, normally you're supposed to use a steam iron so that it will stick to it. Okay, so that after that, when you put on your dress, that lining should not be coming out. That's just the reason for that. We add hemming gum to stick up that lining. Like I said, steam iron. Making sure that everything is flat. Nothing should be looking twisted along the lines when you are adding up your hemming gum. And when you add done adding up that hemming gum, make sure that you go ahead to press the front side of the fabric too. Like I say, take that time. You don't sew when you're tired. That's one thing I've learned so far. Don't sew when you're tired. Because when you're tired, you sew. Believe me. It's either you end up getting something what you order was what you got. That you're the one that sew. So when you're tired, it's not good. Okay, I think so far so good. Everything's looking good. Okay, like I said, it's a simple dress for that matter. Okay, the neck is being done and pressed and stick. As you can see, everything is neat so far. Now see, it's neat, right? It's neat, it's neat, it's neat. And as you can see, a lining is being stick up together to the main piece, right? Now we're going to go ahead. I have not pressed up yet. I'm just going to go ahead now and add up my sleeve to it, join the side seams, and we are ready. Simple dress. I said this summer I was going to make my own stuff. Beautiful stuff. So now we're going to be adding up the sleeve to it. So this is how I always like to add up my sleeve to my dress, you know, to a top, and make it much easier and simple. So remember that we didn't notch the front side of the sleeve to get this one. Now this one now is going to be at this other side. Let's take them up, put them up together. Okay, this is the front and this is the back. Now I'm going to go ahead, we notch the center as well. I'm going to place it up to the armhole line. Take that time now, go through it. Sometimes when you even sew, it will be like it's bigger. It's like it's kind of bigger or smaller. Take your time. Take your time, go through it. So I'm just going to pin up the center of it. I'll take my time now, placing the sleeve together while I'm sewing, and adjust it all the way to this other side. Okay. Yeah. Everything not patient. Everything not patient. I'm stitching one side of it, then I'll go ahead and do the other side. Half inch. That finishing well. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead, make sure that the other piece under is good. I stitch, making sure nothing is being twisted along the line. I put my sleeve. When I stop, I put it and arrange it up. Right, that's how it goes. Making sure you're not pulling anything up. Don't pull anything up, because when you pull, you end up having like that zigzag of the thing or the river. Okay, take that your time, go through that up, follow up. Make sure the needle is down. It's half inch remaining. No wahala. Okay. So here I have about 0.25 here. I say sometimes your sleeve may be like it's bigger, sometimes it's like smaller. Oh, don't worry, my beautiful people, the building. So I'm gonna do this other side as well. You know, this is an African print, so we'll not be needing to zigzag that up because it's quite neat. Put my needle down each time I want to arrange something, making sure nothing is being twisted along there. Avoid anything being twisted. Taking that time, going through it. Now we're gonna do the same thing to this other sleeve, making sure that we place the right side, the front, which we already notched before. Place of the center, we'll also notch the center as well. I'm gonna go ahead now and put it to the point. Give you one pin right there. And I'm gonna start from this center, stitching it. So I have an easy way. There. to arrange anything, making sure. Making sure nothing is being twisted along the line. Oh, my threads. So guys, we almost done. We are almost done. Okay, now move to this other side of adding up our sleeve to it. Stitch. Like I said, no pulling of anything, making sure everything goes on smoothly. But why is this one? Why is this one bigger? This one's too much. This part here is not where I place. You see here, what I'm talking about, I have about half an inch, which is not supposed to be half an inch of allowance, which is quite more than in bigger. So just gonna go ahead, open it up. You can see some river, go back and start again from there, making sure I place them up. The other one was just about 0.25, that was kind of bigger. Making sure that I close it up like that. As we stitch and go along. Okay. Try that skirt again. And not just what happened. I'm not pulling it too much. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I always like to press it up. I don't know why, but are you guys like me? And when I do any little thing, I press it. Are you guys like me? I press to be able to cut some thread by seeing a thread round there. Now, I think I'm gonna use hemming gum too here for the sleeve, okay? So that we will not have any kind of like, this is the right time for you to use a hemming gum, because if you kind of join it up like this, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to use it up, okay? Even me, I've noticed that each time I'm going to use a hemming gum. So I've just folded 1/2 inch inward. Yeah, inward. I'll just use a hemming gum like this and put it inside and press. Do I have anything curvy? Do I? No, I don't. Right? As you can see, I've just folded 1/2 inch inward to the side. Then the hem too, I'm going to be using a hemming gum. So everything today is hem. I'm not hemming anything. Fold it inside 1/2 inch. We're using a hemming gum. Because sometimes to hem it at times, it's kind of looking funny with me. Okay, then here, making sure all right. Like I said, the hem too. We're going to be using a hem gum. No wahala today. Gonna stitch, and the only thing we'll have to do is to add up a zipper to it. I'm stitching about, let's just say about how many inch? 1/2 inch. Because like I said before, this is an African print, eh? It's better for it to be bigger than for it to be smaller. They should be facing like this. If I had an overlock machine, I would just go ahead and overlock this, but I don't have. I used to have it. That was back then. I sewed it. Yeah, I'm happy to have you here. Okay, I'm happy to have you watching from Facebook, and also happy to have you here, my beautiful people in the building. Okay. You absolutely have your simple dress. Almost ready. The only thing we have to do is to add up a zipper to it. And we are ready to wear. We are ready to wear. Okay, this part up like that. Okay. So my zipper is going to start right from here, this part, all the way down. I'm going to stop above the hip, that one, which is right there. I'm going to stop there. So meaning that we're actually going to stitch the hemline all the way to that point where we just mark. When I'm stitching half an inch inwards, half an inch or all right. You can follow me up on TikTok, YouTube, yeah, Facebook. You can subscribe to my Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube, my TikTok account. So now I'm just going to go ahead, open this part up like this, press it open all the way straight to the top part, so that at least we should have that beautiful opening for see. And we are almost done. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that we are almost done? Okay, I'm sure I've shifted the fold. No, it's good. You can see I've pressed it open right from that place which I stitched all the way to the hemline. Now it's time for us to go ahead, flip this up and add up. It's my short gown. Oh, I'm gonna rock this. Look at me. The other day I was just talking at Anita, I need to make dresses for myself. Because most of the thing I have, mostly are pants. Why? Why is it so? Why? Why? I ask myself why. Open my drawer like this. My closet is full of pants. So I said to myself, I'm going to start making myself pants, dresses, really one. Okay, bring this up. Okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, now time for us to do. I see my coconut head to do the invisible station. If you don't have one, the invisible foot. If you don't have it, you can use the normal foot. Okay. Just make sure that you stitch right closer. Okay. Okay. This is our invisible zipper. You see, right? Now, what we're going to do, this is the right side of it. So we want to make sure that the right side is facing outward. So this one is going to go, we're going to go like this. You see? I'll stitch it up like that. But before I do so, I need to place this up together like this. Measure up my zipper allowance, what I have there, and mark it up on the zipper. And 13. What do we have there? 13 inch. I'm gonna place up the zipper, making sure this part here, we're not needing this part here, so has to go inside. 13 inch here, my 13 inch here, my 13 inch. Okay, that part is done. Okay, you see, this part is going to come here. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take my time right now and focus on this zipper, because sometimes it can be so annoying. That's all. Shit. I'm making sure that I'm stitching closer to my zipper teeth. Okay. first stitch, go ahead and zip it up, so that if there's anything, you can go ahead and loose that up. Right, everything is good. Alright, so I'm gonna flip it now like this. With the wrong side, so we'll be able to stitch the other side of it. This other side is always tricky because it's going on my right hand side. Okay, anyway, we're gonna do our best, okay? Place it up like this, right from here. Let me check. I've seen some people do this, but for me it's kind of not easier for me to do so. Wait. You see what I'm about to do here, right? If I stitch it like this, let me see. Making sure that it is same. Nothing. You're going to make sure that your zipper is same. Don't make it to be twisted. So this is what I have, making sure that I'm going to have a straight line, all the way straight, like this. Because you should not stitch and you'll be unable to flip that up. Okay. Yeah, stitch. Like I said, this part is kind of a little bit tricky. It's kind of a little bit tricky. When I always stitch from the top, I realize that each time I stitch from the top, it ends up looking funny around there. So I'm going to start from here. You know why I'm even pin, give it a pin. I don't like pinning. I don't know if you guys are like me. I don't like pinning. Pin, give it one pin there just to hold everything up. Anita, you need to. I don't like pinning at all. But not knowing that pinning make everything feel perfect and easier for you. So right there, I'm gonna put I have to stitch right on top of that line that I press. This line here, so that everything should be good. This line, okay, right on top of that line that I press. Ooh, I just took my finger. I need it. Okay. Yeah. I said I'm a machine has. I miss you so much. Let me bother you a little bit. Indique c'est pourquoi. Indique c'est pour moi. C'est ça là. Ça là, c'est ça. Maman, je vais pleurer. Maman, je vais pleurer. even check if the other thread is still there. Here. Imagine that you're sewing. By the time you get to the end, that is when you realize that you got shout. This is not happening. You say, how can this happen? Let me see, it's like before I go ahead to flip it, I want to check if kind of the thing is far. It's not supposed to be far, but anyway, as you can see, it's good. So I'm gonna just go ahead and flip it now to the right side. Try to zip it up. That's when you're going to know if you did a good job. You see? I love this. When you do it like this, everything is neat. You see? It's when you know that you did a good job. When you put like this, look at, I think this is what they call invisible stitches. Don't mind my mother. I always like to tick. I should just leave this up like this. So guys, now I'm going to add up hemming gum here. No, I will not be hemming the slip, so I'm just going to do it with hemming gum to leave everything neat. But this part here, as you can see, it's like this, hanging like that. We don't like it to be like this. You see the way the back is, right? The back is a little bit, it's open like that. See? Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to come back here, fold it over like this, stitch it up, and do the same thing here. Stitch it up to the lining, and poof, we are ready to wear. And then here I'll add up a hemming gum to hem it up, and poof, we are ready to wear. So guys, let me quickly do this one. Yep. Still go ahead to use that zipper tip, or you can use a normal zipper tip at this point. As you can see, it's hanging here. Now what I'm going to do is I'll grab my normal machine, normal zipper foot, then I'm going to stitch this zipper like this to lay everything flat. Okay, just do the same thing. I'm going to pin this from the downer parts. They'll be up like that. Okay, these are my zoom pins. What are you making a sieve? Why are you stitching on my zipper? Are you alright? You can't see in that part. destroy my zipper. Destroy it when I'm already. Way. This thing is not really giving me. But anyway, what is it now? I use my normal zipper for them. Save myself from stress. Okay. You use the zipper normal food. I used to like induction machine because it has one of this tiny zipper food. It's kind of very good. Okay. So that when we use the zipper food like this, it doesn't kind of really come closer. Now, let's stitch. I'm gonna do the stitching up like this so that it should hold up the zipper to it. I fell in love with the tattoo. You got a fire with it. Okay, guys, so yeah, I was trying to. Why is this thread cutting too much like this? I don't know. But yeah. Let me go ahead and add hemming to it, then I come and show you guys the final look. And then just go ahead. But why did I even keep that big like this? Okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm going to use the tiny one now and also use the bigger one to hem the down up part. Just our clothes is ready. This zipper is still coming out now. Now, you see, a small tiny cell. You see the neck, how it is at the back, right? This is how it is. A little bit of V. It's not every time we do round, round, round. And then really the back. I'm gonna give it a press now. Add up hemming gum to the sleeve, to hem the sleeve here. Do the same thing at the downer part, and boop, you're ready to go. Okay. But this hemming gum is too. I don't want to hem it too much. It's too big, right? Now, let's use the tiny one. I will not be looking for it. This one does not open. Yeah, this one is. It's the same thing. Okay, guys, so I'm going to just add up hemming gum and we are done with the dress. So I hope this tutorial was. I think I'm going to end up having this one. Time for us to press, and the work is done. Anita Handmade Creation, awesome job, thank you. Thank you, my beautiful people. How are we? How are we, guys? What? When I'm trying to press the zip, I realize that I still left pins. Imagine you wearing it and pins will just give you and say, hey, welcome, my beautiful girl. You know, you did not remove me. And shook you up. Okay. That sleeve is so. I'm gonna just put it inside. Put it inside like that. Using a hemming gum at time. Make your work look so neat and professional finishing. Okay. Everybody. Okay, this one now. My friend, there's no water inside, eh? So that's nice. Professional finishing, which is very, very, very important. I think I'm going to go ahead now and bring some water to add it inside, because if not, this thing is not ready. That machine is not ready. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're almost done. Almost there. We are almost there. We are there already. Let me press a little bit. I'm just pressing everything up to lay it flat. So sometimes when you finish all the work, you don't really press it to give you that finished look. You see that there's still something lacking for me, which is pressing. Yeah, pressing to give it finished, professional finishing. Okay, guys. All right, we are done. 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 It's a simple one, a short one. See, when you press it up with the hemming gun, you don't have stitches at the hem. Right, that's the reason why we press it up with the hemming gun. It's finishing, professional finishing, right? And our dress is ready to go. You can put it on like this, okay, with anything, right? So I'm just happy that it came out well and you guys were here learning something, right? Thank you so much for watching, making sure that I trim off. I'm also going to press this a little bit, working kind of. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you some other time. Bye bye, my beautiful people in the building. Bye. It's a simple one, like I said. Bye bye. Where I did? Okay, like this.